Well. Hello, everybody. Nice to be with you today. I'm here to talk to you about Awakened Sales, embracing all of who you are to succeed. I'll be offering a bit of channeling, some energy scanning for the group, maybe some individuals if there's people that are looking for some energy scanning today. So I can tune in and advise you on your path to awakening and to deepening your impact and your sales. So let's get started. So, some of the things I have to share with you today to get started really have to do with helping you remember or to know finally that you're already whole as you are. You really are. I mean, you are whole as you are. I think this is a message we just don't get very often. What we're told is you're missing something. You need to improve all these things, right? I'm not saying you can't amp certain things up, right? Your mindset, you got blocks, you got this. But the truth is, you're already whole. So it makes you wonder how much so-called fixing we really need. Okay, do we need any fixing? Maybe not, right? So my encouragement to you is to start to live from a space of what if I don't act? There's actually nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with my life. There's nothing wrong with anything. Like a full surrender. A full surrender to just what is. I know, like, for me, for years, I fought this idea. Like, how can I just embrace all of myself, claim everything as whole, and expect anything to change? How am I going to make any sales doing that? But as I've, continued on the path, I've come to realize the more I fully surrender to the sense of what is, embracing it all, it actually helps me to connect with more what wants to come into fruition and what wants to be more naturally, right? Rather than I'm trying to fix something by creating this new marketing or this new thing or trying to be this way now, or do this new product or this new service, and we're just coming up with things because we don't think things are already whole at one level, and then we don't allow ourselves to naturally know what's really next for ourselves. And then we're also pinching off parts of ourselves. So, in a conscious way, you could be like, oh, I'm embracing everything. But then all of a sudden you get shooken up. Something happens, like I don't have enough money to pay that bill today, or I want to take that vacation and I'm a little short on that right now to take that vacation I want to take, or whatever it might be. That we have experienced this sense of lack. But rather than to judge it or always try to fix it, why not come from a place of, wow, this is great, this is so interesting, I'm having this experience of lack in my life, that something's missing or something's wrong. What if I were to embrace just the idea that it's okay that I have this feeling, but that, hey, in fact, there's nothing missing, everything's here, everything's being delivered right on time, and then watch the magic happen. Because as you embrace a deeper knowing that, hey, everything I really need is here, and even what you really desire that doesn't seem to be there yet, you start to embrace it. Often what happens is, without any strategy or just launching anything new, by just embracing the real true essence of who you are ultimately, you, and not resisting the sense of, like, wow, things are amiss, and now I'm going to fight it with affirmations all the time, but instead to embrace what's coming up first fully. We may use affirmations, we may use all these things, but really listen to it, honor it, and just know it's like pointing you into deeper truth, a deeper inlet of energy and expansion, of presence that wants to come through you. This is embracing all of you, the sense of the enlightened you, the sense of the unenlightened you, embracing all of it. And then letting that energy get turned on so that your full presence is coming to bear with whatever you're doing in your life, in your business, whatever it is. So it's really unleashing that. And if there's areas of your being that you're tucking away and hiding, then that's going to show up in your results with your awakening process, with your sales, with the whole thing, with the amount of impact you're bringing. So You want to just really start embracing every aspect of yourself. Again, I say this in terms of if you have a lazy nature, you're like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to take it easy. I don't want to make my business happen. I don't enjoy marketing. I don't enjoy sales. Instead of making it wrong, say, hey, that's fine. That's great. You don't need to sell. You don't need to market. I mean, this is like a revolutionary idea, right? Wait a minute. Yeah, don't I need to do that for my business? But what if you were to embrace it? Like, it's okay. I'd rather be playing tennis. I'd rather be doing yoga. I think I'd rather do yoga. Yeah, I don't want to do sales. Now this sounds the opposite of what you should be doing, right? But the truth is the more you embrace that, you're willing to embrace it, and you're willing to still you still understand, like, yeah, I do want to do sales, I do want to do marketing, but I want it to feel right for me. Then the way for that to happen, that really is an energy alignment for you, can rise up into your awareness. But you have to set the intention for that to rise up, right? If you're like going to just kid yourself that, like this idea, just I'll do yoga and I'll get new clients. Well, I don't know. It'll work sometimes, but it's not going to probably work very consistently. It's not going to be like all the time working that way. Every time I do yoga, get a new client. Well, maybe, but is it really as many clients as you'd like, or the type of clients you want? Probably not. Almost certainly. So what you want to do is you want to embrace all your desires, all the things that are happening, and you let that the cream of the cream just continue to rise up. Is you're not judging anything, right? So you allow the cream to rise, so to speak, and then you allow yourself to give more attention to it. That's all. Give more attention to that which seems to be of a higher vibration for you, and this unlocks, the frequency of who you really are, and radiates the abundance that you are. So it allows yourself to wake up yourself up, and then the idea of what's my next, service launch or product launch, or whatever. I want to do a challenge. I want to start on Clubhouse. I want to start a podcast. What's really true for you can more easily make itself clear, because you're not cluttered with judging everything, trying to fix yourself all the time. So I want you really to embrace everything that's coming up. It's living in this non-judgmental surrender of loving yourself exactly as who you are. And sometimes it's challenging, I mean, we get so caught up in it. Our minds are judging everything all the time. Oh my God, is the lighting bright enough here right now? Is it too bright? Is it, I mean, is it, boy, it's a cloudy day. I don't like that today. Or, the sun's out, but man, it's kind of hot now. Or what? It can find a criticism for everything. So it could be a perfect day out, a typical or a beautiful, beautiful day out, but you still can find a problem. It's just the nature of the inner critic or the mind, and then that connects with the sense of wounds and all those things. But wounds are really our whole as well. Our wounds, our so-called blocks, are not like we're trying to get rid of them all the time, but we're meant to embrace them, and then they shift. They shift into more enlightened presence. This is how it works. So it's a good thing to know, rather than try to override everything with your mind for the rest of your life, and really underneath you still got a hot mess, and it's probably even getting worse. That's been my experience often for people. And you're kidding yourself. A lot of times we kid ourselves. I did all this mindset work and I'm fine now. But are you? Mindset work usually isn't going quite deep enough. So what we want to do is we want to be working with monitoring our energy, working with our energy, with deeper energetic practices. For me, I do dialogue work with chakras and my body, and I do this for my clients. And so this makes a big difference, because I'm talking about awakened sales for a reason. We can continue to just think and grow rich only, like just bring it on, but the truth is there's something, a deeper nature that you're wanting to connect with, that I know is true for you. Hi Alex, hi Kamala, good to see you both. So we need to pay attention to that, because that's you, the leader, the light leader, right? You need that. You need to be paying attention to that. Maybe someone else, maybe they can get away with it, maybe it's their path, I don't know. But I know for you as a light leader, you can't ignore loving all of yourself, embracing all of yourself, And if you judge it, you're in trouble. Like I know some of the people listening right now are probably like, I'm getting ready to take a month off, and like, but at the same time you're like, I want more sales. So the mind could be like, what are you, stupid? You can't take a month off. You need more sales. But what if you honor your desire to go on vacation, and then also, you know, honor your desire for sales and let them both work? There's a concept, right? So we might say it's mindset, but it's also embracing the energy of both, right? So it's not just mindset. I'm going to will this to happen. It won't work. Won't work for like 90% of the people listening here. Okay, it might work for somebody, but if you embrace both of those desires, you'll find both of them happen if you fully embrace them. It's a big energetic key anyway. It's a big energetic key. What are some other big energetic keys? I mean, some of it's like the usual reminders that you might need, like, hey, let it be easy, let it be simple, let it be easy, let it be simple, let it be fun. I say, let it be easy, let it be simple, let it be fun. That is the awakened way. Let it be simple, let it be easy, let it be fun. Maybe make it a mantra. Let it be simple, let it be easy, let it be fun. Let it be simple, let it be easy, let it be fun. Okay, for everyone. Okay, so being that yeah, that is a mind sort of a mindset thing, but it does attune you to that frequency. I'm not making mindset wrong. I'm just saying that alone is not going to get you where you want to go, so to speak. And then the your North Star is, it's always, from the impulse of the heart. It's always joy. Those are the usual things, but it's, there's just so many ways we cut ourselves off, and not to do that anymore is what I'm saying. Own all your desires, let all of them come into manifestation. So what I see when I do that is, that's where magical manifestation happens. Like, I have no idea how these two things could happen, or these five things could happen. They don't seem to fit together. But when you embrace them all, they find their way into your experience. They will find their way into your experience. And all you have to do is just keep listening. Boop, I'm getting to do this now, or I'm meant to work on that now. And like, it just comes to you. It just comes to you. It really does. And if you get a download and make 10 new sales calls, then that's what you ought to be, doing as well. So, okay, are you, some basic things I just wanted to cover today again. Just a reminder, are you in your genius zone? Are you doing the things that are like your gifts, your top gifts? I mean, most experts, and I agree with them on this, say, you're doing 80-90% of the time, you should be working more, in your genius zone. So are you doing that? Or are you in that direction, at least, I hope? Because the more you're in it, the more success you're going to have. You don't want to be working on stuff that you're no good at. I'm going to build my website. Okay, good luck with that. I mean, probably not yours to do. Probably something you should do in partnership with someone else, rather than you trying to figure out all this stuff that you don't really care about just because you're trying to save a few bucks, when you could be making multi-thousand-dollar sales or more, and just paying somebody to take care of such things. So make sure you hire people to help you. Take care of yourself. The usual. Are you taking good care of yourself? Are you loving yourself every moment of every day? Like, in everything you do, are you loving yourself? I just think about it to some of the most recent things for myself. Having a conversation with an energy consult with somebody the other day, and I was like, I went in, and part of me is like, okay, I've got to help them, and then I got to try to help them more with the next step, and then I need to get them on board, and that thought is in my brain somewhere, right? That old idea, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna love them, and therefore I'm loving myself. We're gonna love I'm gonna love it all, and we're just gonna let it unfold, and it unfolded with such grace and ease, and today she moved forward to be a client. So it happened, and in my mind was thinking, probably this person won't be a client. Probably, I don't know. It just, for some reason, it was in that space. When you get into that flow, into that place where you're just like, no, I'm surrendering. I'm being the love itself. I'm just being centered, and I'm just here for truth. I'm here to take the best invincible stand I can for my in my marketing and in my sales calls and for my clients and everything. And you're willing to let magic happen, it will. So it's all kind of comes back to that again and again. It's really that simple. So are you taking care of yourself? Are you doing the self-care that you want to be doing? Not as a must, but as a loving yourself. Are you loving yourself? Or has self-care become only a regimented militant thing? So let it lighten up. You do want to follow through, not let the mind take you over and not do it, but it's a matter of letting more love and joy in the process. Are you taking time to work on your business, not endlessly with crazy things that aren't leading to sales, but are you willing to work on your business so you can learn more about yourself and what your business really is again and again, even if you're successful, and how to best operate your business, market it, sell it, right? Are you taking time off? Time off is huge. That's why I talked about, like, hey, maybe you're going to take a vacation. Taking time off is huge for our energy. It helps us to just really get into that natural, awakened state when we take a good vacation, right? And then deeper levels of joy and rejuvenation. Time off. Are you taking enough time off, even during each day? Do you have those segments in your day where you have time off to rest, to sit deeper in the silence? Following your guidance, of course, that's the a hallmark thing, right? Are you following your guidance? Here's a mistake that I made for years. I'll confess here today, and this just recently got totally clarified. I kind of always suspected it, but like, I'm a channeler. I get ideas like crazy. I can anyway. I mean, I can just channel so much energy and so much stuff, and I've learned to modulate that where I'm not overwhelmed at all by it all anymore, just for the most part. And then what would happen is I get all these inspirations. I'd be like, oh, it's time to do this or time to do that. And then my mind would basically be deciding, even though I said, oh, I'm checking my intuition, but it was like a mental intuition. I'm like, oh, I want to do that. And let me see, is yes or no? Then if you do it, I don't do muscle testing so much, but like, oh, I'm getting it's yes or whatever. And so you almost mentally, at some point, like you stop your guidance and you go to your mind, and then you decide it's right, or you manipulate it this way or that way just enough to throw it off, so it won't bring optimal results. It'll bring some results of some sort, but it won't bring optimal results. So instead, what we want to do is I think universally this would be true, is we want to tap into our guidance in our body, somewhere in our body where we know what the truth is. So is that in your heart? Is that in your solar plexus? Is it in your sacral? Is it somewhere else? Just notice where you tend to get your signals. There's different systems and different ways. I could just tune in to you guys if you want me to today. Happy to do an energy scan for you to see where I sense you get your real deal highest intuition in your body. But where is that? Determine where that really is for you. For me, it's in my sacral. My sacral just knows. It just, when it's true there, it just is. So it doesn't neglect like my heart or anything. It's like I still may like, oh, I'm feeling this in my heart. Okay, but what does my sacral say? Okay, just because I felt my heart doesn't matter. I need to go to where my bottom line is, which is my sacral. Okay, so where do you get your real knowing in your energy? So do you know that? We want to become masters of our energy. It's not about being. I think that's the whole key. Is because are we meant to be masters of time? Well, time's a function of our minds, right? So if we're trying to master time, then we're trying to master our minds, which really won't work. What's first primary is your energy. Then your mind gets mastered much more easily. So master your energy, and then as you master your energy, you'll master your mind, the mastermind, right? So we'll master the mind, and then we can, deepen from there into deeper levels of like you just know things all the time. Like you just know. I mean, your energy is embodied, it's turned on, and you just know what's true. But it's not going to come if you keep judging yourself and your circumstances and other people in your life. Never going to work that way. Even on all this stuff that seems like we should judge it, right? Oh, those evil people, right? There's always some evil people out there. Oh, those evil people. Oh. No, even judging them becomes an issue. So you want to be very diligent about that as best as you can. You don't shame yourself for having judgments. You're just like, oh, wait a minute, I'm judging. Okay, I want to be a non-judgment. I want to be discerning, and I want to be loving. I want to, okay, I don't know about that. That doesn't resonate for me, but I'm loving what is, and I see their perfection. They're playing a role, and I have no idea why they're showing up in this crazy way in my life, this person, but I honor, respect, and love them. And being sincere, feeling that until you keep going over it, until you feel it in your heart, and it will transform you. Forget about, don't worry about like what it's doing to help them or not. I mean, just do it so you're transformed. And then, of course, if we transform ourselves, we deepen ourselves, we're going to see it in the world. And then when the opportunities come to share your work in the world, do marketing and sales, what happens? Wow, it's coming a lot easier these days, right? It seems like it's easier to charge more for my services or whatever it may be. Okay, so these are some of the things I wanted to share with you today. And here, Kamala had shared a comment. I don't know if she's here still, but perfect timing to hear this today. My inner whiner was loud this morning. Yeah, yeah, just embrace it. Like, okay, what do you? And I always say, like, if you get that stuff coming in, a brilliant question is to ask the energy directly. What are you trying to tell me? What are you really trying to tell me? And it's usually, if you stay with it, really quiz it, get insistent with it, it's trying to tell you just the opposite of what it seems to be telling you, right? Oh, go to bed, life sucks, blah, blah, blah. And then you go, what are you really trying to tell me? Man, I just want to have fun today. Let's get out of the house and let's do this and do that, or whatever it may want to say. It's like it wants to do something, but it's not happy because you're not really listening to it, right? So, but when you listen to it, and I'll keep repeating this truth again and again. It's something I repeat with my clients a lot too. But like when you listen to these signals, they're going to set you free. The truth will set you free. So if you listen, it will tell you what you need to hear from it, but you got to be insistent. What do you really want? What are you really trying to tell me? And when you give to it, you're giving to yourself, and it will give you everything. It's like when you give to that energy, you nurture that energy. It's like, oh, I'm so happy. Let me give you all this love and joy and fulfillment. It's just naturally happening, right? And then that naturally gives you, again, the circumstances and stuff that you tend to be looking for. That was exactly it. Go out and enjoy. Oh, cool. How did I know? It's just one of those things, I just, in that channel, I just seem to know. But, yeah, so at the end of these lives, what I've been doing, it's just for a couple minutes. But, like, if anybody wants a quick energy scan for me to tune in to anything I might have mentioned, or in general, if I have some messages for you, just type in energy scan now. You don't have much time because I'm going to wrap it up here pretty soon if I don't see anybody comment for that. So I'm just going to keep an eye on for that. And then I'm just going to say that, if you want more support and really embracing and understanding yourself with my gifts and being able to tune into you, always feel free to come to one of these lives, and I'm happy to keep giving you pieces. If you want more than that, just feel free to message me at any time. Say, hey, can you tune into my tribe? Can you tune into my marketing? Tune into my sales? Tune into me? I want to understand. I have these things come up, and I love to see some healing around this. I want to surrender. I want to experience awakening and more sales. So whatever it is. Okay, Cindy would like some energy scanning. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so today they're here to remind you you're an oracle, Cindy. You're all so like, oh geez, me, not really, and blah blah blah. So you're too self-effacing. You're too humble. Is what I'm getting. You need to claim your oracle self and say, hey, I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. And then with this fun gravitas, like, I know what's going on here. I challenge you to say that out loud, and like with your hand gestures, with your own thing. Like, but I know what's going on here. And get that in your body, because it's not in your body is the thing. It's like you're, oh yeah, kind of, I guess I'm intuitive. And no, it's like, I got it going on here. And then be with tuned into knowing you're that oracle. Like, I got it going on here. Oh, master healer, an oracle. I know what's going on here. Okay, your call could use this one actually, probably. we do these fun things, and it really helps our energy. It's tremendous. So what else? Something about doing maybe like a, I don't know. I'm hearing like sometimes the details may not be exact, but often they can be. I'm hearing something about a 30-day challenge. So maybe there's a 30-day challenge you can do. I don't know if it's in July or sooner, but like, but I get this idea you're doing this 30-day challenge of what is it though? Let me see if I get an idea for you. Like love, bliss, and miracles. So you're going to hold a space for people to have love, bliss, and miracles in their life by showing up for like maybe a Facebook Live every single day. And you're going to have it going on here. You know, you're going to get that going. You're going to get that mojo going through those 30 days because you're going to have to show up every single day for 30 days. Do those even 5 or 10, 15-minute lives. And you're going to got it going on here. Okay. And so that would be great marketing. Open up your energy, your confidence, and specifics like do you do it to a group, blah blah blah. Those are all things that, again, as I speak with you guys more privately, even through Facebook or whatever it may be, I'm happy to do that with you, Cindy. So that's what I have time for the moment. We've got Brian Cole. Good to have you here. All right, let me see. So I want me to point you to your magician energy, and also seeing this Batman energy for you. Like I have this Batman energy. Okay, it's fun. It's a fun energy. It's what's it saying? It's like I'm sexy and real. Like that's how it comes to me. I'm sexy. I'm real. So if you're not feeling sexy, I know you feel real. I can feel that inside. But the more real you can embrace, the better. And also I get this sexiness. I don't know if you feel that in your energy, but the more you would embrace this sense of, hey, I'm sexy and real, in other words, you're compelling, and you're man, we're gonna get right into the heart of the matter here, with whatever your jam is. But like, let's get in the mud and the dirt, yeah, let's really mix this up. So that seems to be important. Just claiming your power, being empowered with all that. Let's see what else comes through. Yeah, by being in that energy, it helps your creativity and your magic to flow. Then that's what I'm seeing for you. Then the magic becomes, instead of like impotent or not as strong, it becomes turned on. Like it really turns on more. Then it's the feeling I get on it. Okay. Let's see if we get one more thing. Yeah, I keep hearing reset. So I heard reset your marketing. So, you might be like, I'm not even marketing anything or whatever, but whatever it is. But even if there's a direction you've been thinking about, or if you have current marketing, I'm getting something about a need for a reset on your marketing. It needs to be more in alignment with who you really are. That's what I'm hearing. So who you really are is a big question, but I gave you a couple of things that is coming up for you today. So that's what I have time for right now. Thank you, Brian. Okay, and Kamala, energy scan. Where am I most readily get my knowing if there's time? Okay, sure. That's an easy one. So let's see if we can tune into that. And you're the ultimate truth knower. Okay, I'll just share what I'm getting. I'm getting a mix. I'm getting a mix for you. First, I was getting the sacral, but I really feel there's definitely emotional authority in you too. So I feel like it's a mix for you. Like there's sometimes you're just really clear right on the spot. Like I feel like there's a lot of that, but I think you also have some of that emotional, what we call emotional authority, right? So there are times when you really are going to need to, like this is true for people sometimes, that we really need to process it and talk about it. But I get you primarily as sacral authority, but I feel like you have a lot of gut too. So I don't get it as one, but I think most of the day, most of the time, your sacral will know. Otherwise, you need to do consultation with yourself, even within yourself, like processing, and then let it, and then get it in your gut, and then your sacral could come on board, something like that. Okay, so I just share it the way it comes through. So that's what I'm hearing. Okay, thanks for asking, Kamala. And yeah, there's nothing like knowing your own process. So if you're like, okay, like when I ask my sacral, like, is this true or not? And you're getting like a yes or no, or sometimes making sounds is helpful. Like, so, what's your yes? Or is it whatever. Like you make sounds to see where your yeses and nos are. My name is Dan. My name is George. Whatever. So these things, you can use sounds too if you don't get words. You can just go to something like that. With the sacral, I've been trained, bring your eyes down, ask the question, then tune into the sacral, let it come through. So, anyway, so that's what I got on that. And that's what I have time for today. Let's see if I get one or two channeled messages, then I need to wrap up. Okay, just hear a message of come back home. Come back home. Live from your sacred heart. The fullness of you is in full bloom when you come back to your heart. Feel the love and grace in your life. Feeling that current. Letting it provide for you. Yes, easily and magically for the highest good of all. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do a quick energy scan for the group and see if I have some messages there too. Okay, so the message is on the scanning is like release your head space. Okay, it's the first thing. It'll never be perfect from your mind's eye. Release this encumbrance and see the wholeness and wellness and the perfection in everything from your heart, and let it be. Thank you. Let's see what else it wants to say. Tune into maybe where we guided collectively. Getting third eye. Okay, third eye for the group. Let's see what it's got to say. You have a wizard inside of you. Come back to this. It's like come back to this great land of Oz, where you can order it up the way you want. Letting it be as easy as the breeze in the wind. Let your intuition and your guidance and the magic of manifestation flow through you. And I'm just getting like the mantra again. Let it be easy, let it be simple, let it be fun. Trust being visible. Trust being visible with your deepest and most powerful gifts. It's time. You're safe. Share it. It's desired. It's needed for this mass awakening. Bring your deepest gifts. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we're going to stop there for today. Okay. Much love, peace, blessings, and prosperity. If you have any questions or like any support, just feel free to reach out. Okay. All right. Okay. Goodbye for now. And I'll be back next week at 3 p.m. Central on Monday for another Facebook Live. Okay. See you then. Bye for now.